Good evening, everyone. This is Amy from Home Sweet Gardens. It is July 19th, 2021. I am in Northwest Missouri, growing zone 6A. It's been quite a long time since I've done a garden tour. I had a lot of things going on. I'm sure, as you guys know, everybody has, things going on in their family and their life and stuff. So I haven't had a chance to, but I'm still doing gardening. Things have kind of gotten out of hand a little bit, and it's been a really crazy growing season. Uh, we've had a ton of rain. I mean, a ton. At one point, I think we had 17 inches in a matter of 2 weeks. And that is not a good thing when it comes to gardening, especially in an area that's normally not used to having that much rain. So give me a few seconds here to get situated, get the camera going, and I will get started on the garden tour. I figured I'd start from this side this time. I have expanded the garden, as I've talked about in the past. The original part was just that part up there, the greenhouse and whatnot. And then from the tubs and really the stack of soil out there, all of this is all new. And then up the side, there's some things that are new as well that I'll get to. But I've always done above ground beds, and I put some things in ground this year, and I picked a heck of a time to do it because of all the rain that we've had. And so my tomatoes are pretty sad looking. They never did even reach the panels. As you can see, they're not producing well. When we've had that much rain, it's amazing that they're even growing. I've gotten enough tomatoes to do 2 pints of tomato sauce, and that's pretty sad because I had 40 tomato plants. So you see all these, and the grass is really high right here. My son mowed for me, but he didn't mow in and around, so I'm gonna have to get the push mower out and mow in and around. But this is the only Bonnie Best that I got that I had planted to make for diced tomatoes. My Romas, like I said, 2 pints, and that's all I've gotten. So pretty pathetic. And then if you notice, the ones up here have got quite a bit more on them than the ones down there, because the way the ground goes, it goes downhill down there. So the ones at the very end there got a whole lot more rain than or retained more water, I should say, than the ones up here. So I will not do it that way again next year. Lesson learned. My potatoes, stalks have died back. Yes, there's a whole bunch of them in this bucket, so they probably won't get real big, but it was the time where I couldn't get them in the ground. It was so wet. I had to find a place to put them, and well, that's all I had at the time. But so I will be collecting them in the next couple of weeks. I did find a couple in there. They weren't real big. They're kind of like your new potato size. These are the Black Nebula carrots. So they're getting larger. I won't harvest those until quite some time. They're not ready yet. Lettuce, my roses, they're starting to climb up the trellis and take a little while. I've got kohlrabi there on the other side. Right there. Right here I've got zucchini. These are the tiger stripe zucchini. And the squash bugs are starting to take their toll, but they're hanging in still so far. This one's not looking too good. Then I have what's called butter stick squash. These were all from Baker Creek. I was trying to find, in this variegation, this is not a mildew, this is the coloration of the leaves. But I was trying to find some varieties that were a little bit more squash bug resistant. And so far I'm pretty happy. I mean, yes, they're getting eaten up. They're going to. It's just part of it, but it's not quite as bad. These, it's my first year growing them. They're zucchini rampicante. And this is what the fruit looks like. They get rather large. You can eat them at this size, or I pick them normally when this part is about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide, and of course the bottom bulb gets bigger, but they can get really, really big. They have a taste a lot like between a zucchini and squash. They're in the gourd family. But if you do grow them, when you cook them, they take a little bit longer to cook than your traditional squash or zucchini. My Brussels sprouts, they look sad. Again, all of the rain, and then of course we've had some bug damage, so I don't know if I'm gonna end up with any or not. Okay, out here I've got, these were Harvest Moon. They did not make it. All three of them died. But again, with the rain, there's a lot of stuff that just wasn't making it. These are called Cucuzi, or slang term, or another term for them would be the snake gourd. Here's a small one. They get about between 2 and 3 foot long, and you cook them just like you would a zucchini or squash. And they will kind of take over. What's really cool is they have white flowers. I've never had any vegetables that had white flowers before. So for me, that was neat. Kind of cool. Let's see, I don't think there's any new ones out here. You have to really look because they blend in and you can't see them. I thought there was another one over here somewhere that was bigger. I may have lost it. Now I'm just walking in circles. Don't mind me. Oh, here's one. See, I told you, they blend in with the grass. So they get kind of curly. If you have them in the grass like this, make sure that you move and rotate them, because the moisture in the grass they'll get spots on them. So I just kind of rotate them one way and then the other. My grapes are starting to turn. If I get any, it'll be amazing, because the birds normally eat them before I can. Okay. Still a little sour, but oh, they taste good. Oh, yep, they're starting to turn. Even though I trimmed them back quite a bit this year, the grapes still do not get very big. I don't know, maybe it's a type. Oh my gosh, look at this. These rose bushes look so sad. The rain really has just been horrible to them, but they look like they're doing well. There's a bud. Oop, there's buds on each of them. So we've gotten a few nice warm days. That was a part of the problem, is we had so much rain, and then also wasn't a lot of sun, so things just were not doing well. Here's my beans. These are called Desperado beans, and I really like them. I think I'm gonna stick with this variety. I got them from Baker Creek again. No, I'm sorry. I think these came from Burpee, but they're a nice, good green bean. They don't fall over. They're pretty hardy. Through all that rain and not a lot of sun, they still produced. I think I've gotten about 12 pints so far, just out of this small little patch, and they're still going strong. So they're a pretty hardy little plant. I've got cucumbers here, or cucumbers. I got cantaloupe right here. Let's see, there's little ones. The little one right there. I don't know if that one's gonna make it, but. And then watermelon over here. So anytime you grow anything on a trellis like this, a vine, especially if it has large fruit like a watermelon or a butternut squash or anything like that, you can grow any of those vining plants on a trellis. You just have to support the fruit so they don't fall off. So what I've done is I just went and bought cheap pantyhose, and I cut them, and then I wrapped it around the trellis a little bit and wrapped the wire tie around, being careful not, let me see if I can get this in here. So if you'll notice, the stem to the plant is right there. So I did not secure the stem to the wire. Just this is just hanging, and the stem is down into the plant like that, or to the fruit. So it's not going to get pinched by the wire. So as it gets bigger, this will stretch, and I'll get my watermelon. I've not grown watermelon up before, so I may end up having to put another pantyhose or something else on it to hold it, but we'll see. This is a loofah gourd. I want to grow loofah. I don't know how it'll do. The vine itself is taking over and doing really well, but there's no fruit on it or gourds. So you can see it's going all the way over and out there. And they have a really, really long growing season, so I may not end up getting any. I don't know. It's my first year growing. Looks like maybe, oh no, it looks like that's just a leaf. Anyway, and then some more watermelon. My peas are done, so I will end up ripping those out, and I'm probably going to put some more beans over there. And I'm going to do some more peas next, closer to the fall. There's my Armenian long. It did not do well. I'm assuming probably a cucumber beetle got it. I did plant some new cucumbers though, so I don't know. We'll see. I had cut one of the branches off of it to try and save it the other day, but apparently it wasn't enough. So, and you can see all the weeds in my garden beds. It's been so rainy that I really haven't been able to get out here, and then it's gotten instantly hot. And of course it looks like cucumber beetles have gotten these ones as well. Yep, these are called Armenian long. I'm sorry, no, these are Suyo long. They have a nice crunch to them. The inside is very flavorful. The outside has almost a bitterness to the rind. So I don't care for them. I don't think I'll plant them again. My peppers are doing really well. It's crazy to me how bell peppers from the garden have a much stronger taste to them than what the bell peppers do in the store. It's very odd. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. This is a lemon cucumber plant, and it is just taking over. It took a long time. I got several fruit off of it and then nothing. I thought, oh man, but now it's starting to put fruit on again. So that is what they look like. They're very refreshing. A nice soft skin that you can eat. They're prickly. They've got little like prickly hairs all over them, but when you rub them, they come off. And they don't really taste like lemon. They do have a, I don't know, more citrusy, I guess. I really like them. They're very refreshing. I'm probably going to just plant those from now on. This is habanada. These are supposed to look like habanero peppers, but not be hot. I have not tried one yet. Here are my banana wax peppers, my banana peppers. They're doing really well. We've got 3 of those. And then all the rest of these are California bell peppers. Because I was planning on doing tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce and all that, so I needed a bunch of peppers, and of course I don't have any tomatoes and I have tons of peppers. So I'm looking at maybe going to a farmer's market or something and having to purchase a flat of tomatoes. Here's my eggplant. They seem to really enjoy this not as sunny and wet climate. Normally when I plant them I get 1 or 2, so I planted 6 plants, and now I've got eggplant coming out of my ears. And they're doing really well. They're just beautiful and taste fantastic. I had eggplant parmesan last night for dinner. My asparagus are done. They're going to seed. Of course the strawberries are done. I have harvested all of my onions and my garlic that I had growing here. Harvested all the radishes and the beets that I had going. My broccoli has gone to seed, and the cauliflower is done. It's basically Chinese broccoli. I don't think I'll plant it again. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And then this is Portuguese kale. I really like it. It has a really nice, almost a sweet flavor for kale. So I will most likely plant that again. I've got 3 of those. So that's it for the garden tour. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to it. There's a whole lot of weeds, more weeds than anything. Between the rain, and then the god-awful heat, and then more rain, and then some more heat, and the bugs, and of course everything else that's going on, I have not really had much time to get out here. It's really kind of suffered compared to other years, but right now I'm just doing damage control. I am planning on getting some other things put in the ground though. Another set of beans, I'm trying to get some corn in if I can. I'm hoping it's not too late. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe get some sunflowers in. I don't know. We'll see, because I never got those planted. It's just, guys, it's been crazy. So I'm sure you know how that is when things happen, and you have to have your priorities getting set straight, and so. But I'm so pleased with the amount of what I'm getting for the little amount of effort that I've put towards it, because I have not done what I normally do in a year of gardening, and I've gotten quite a bit of produce already out of it. I've gotten tons of squash and zucchini. The zucchini rampicante, just, it goes like crazy. The cucuzzi are doing well. I got 4 very large heads of cauliflower this year, which were beautiful, and I've never grown it before. And oh my gosh, homegrown cauliflower, there is just, you can't beat it. The flavor of it is amazing. The kale is doing great. The lemon cukes are doing well. The eggplant, phenomenal. The green beans are doing well. I got quite a few peas out of the small amounts that I planted. So overall, I'm not too upset. Not too bummed about it. I think it's done well. But I'll give you guys an update again. I don't know that it'll be every week, but I will check in with you guys again. So until next time, happy gardening.